Now the world has become about, self-care and me first, and I am the main character. But I feel, like I said, in your life, I feel there are many main characters, not just you. Like, always put God first. I don't want a person who will just come and solve my problem and tada, my life is so beautiful. Hi everyone, welcome back to Cal Science World. So I am doing a sit and talk video after a very long time, and I really had been meaning to do like more sit and talk videos with you guys, but because of my schedule I couldn't. But here I am now, and I know it's a little late to talk about this year that has gone by, 2024, but I thought, better late than never. And I also wanted to share the experiences that I had in the past year, because 2024 for me has been a learning year, and also at a very emotional point of level, it has been a year which was stable, and peaceful after a long time, because 2022 war happened, and 20 like the whole of 2022 along with 2023 was, settling down, finding a college, transferring, this and that, so many problems. And 2024, finally we had that stability and we had that peace, and we were going to college again. And after such a long time, I could say, like, okay, finally I've completed a year, and I went back home, had some good time with my family members. Yeah, sit back, just grab a good drink or coffee, whatever you like, and just get cozy, and let's start with this video. The first thing that I want to share about with you guys is about growth as well as adulting. And this is a very personal experience, but before that, what came into my mind thinking about 2024 was peace, because 2022 the war began, right? So we had a lot of chaos going on. We went back to India, and I've already talked about this a lot in my video, and if you guys want to check that out and check out what ordeal we went through, so I will link a video right here. You guys can check that out. The video is in like bits and pieces, because I wasn't vlogging the journey, right? Because I wasn't sure, and I started my YouTube channel after the war happened. So yeah, but then after that, I'm sure all the students can relate to whatever we went through together. So like after 2022, after we came back home, there was a lot of chaos. Like, where are we supposed to go? Which university we are supposed to transfer to? And yeah, then we went to Vietnam. You guys know that story as well. Things didn't work out there, so we again came back to India, and then again we came to Uzbekistan finally, right? So the end of 2022 along with the 2023 whole year itself, it went, in like transferring and going here, there, settling down, deciding. So there was so much stress and, so much commotion going on. And I feel like when 2024 came, it brought back so much stability, so much peace. And like, even when I talk with my friends, they say the same thing, like, what does 2024 mean to you? So they say, like, it brought back the normal life for them. So they say finally everything is normal, which means like we went through a lot, and 2024 felt so normal, like going back to college, coming back home, and like not worrying about all the other stuffs, and everything is there. We have like, we always joke around, we have a roof over our head. That's our university, because that was not there in 2023. And adulting can be like so personal, I feel. For different people, the meaning can be different, but for me, like, even small things that come into my mind are like, when you're staying far away from home, and you are getting into that phase of adulting, and you need to do things yourself, do your apartment registration, go for visa registration without your parents. So that is like so different, because back at home when I was in school, it was everything like mom used to do everything. She was the center of my life, and she used to do everything for me. Like, I have dance practice, she used to come there with me, bring everything that I need, so I just have to go there and dance. And like, if I have basketball, she used to bring everything for me, and I just have to go and play. So that was it. And now, like, if I have to go for the tournament as well, basketball, or even for a dance performance, I need to do my hair, I need to do my makeup, I need to make sure that I have all the ornaments, all the, costumes. And then for basketball as well, I have to make sure I eat, I have to make sure I have my lunch and everything packed. So it's like a different phase. So I'm really sorry, my camera, the battery died down. I don't know why. I have been charging, but I think I have to charge it without using it. So yeah, it's charging. Okay, let's come back to the topic. And what I was telling was, like, for some people it might just be a normal thing, that okay, you're just adulting. But for me, I don't know, somehow, like 2024, I just realized, and I talked about this with my friends also, Bhargaviram and even Isha. Small things like this made me realize that okay, now you're adulting. Like saying, there's no more like telling mommy do this for me, papa. I mean, they are still there to do, but there are things that you have to take it yourself. And even in the university sometimes, because so we come through like some companies out here, right? So there are so many things going on with registration, with visa, and then the company, and about the passport and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stress going on. We can't go and tell everything to our parents because they will also be worried, and they can't do anything because they are sitting back at home, right? And we are here in action doing stuff. So we choose not to tell them. So that is also adulting. It can also be like, I realized when, like, when I'm having my monthly periods back at home, I used to be so dependent on my mom. Like, she would cook for me, she would give me hot water bag, she would take care of me. Like, my dad, mom, they would pamper me. And even if, like, I have a test or an exam, they would be like, it's okay, you can just skip this because you are in pain. So that would happen back at home, right? And here I realized, and I used to take medicines also, which I don't recommend. So if you have a lot of severe period cramps and pain, you, like, better go and consult your gynec, because that's the best thing to do before taking any medicine. And like, you get drugs that are not supposed to be given like over the counter, they still do, right? So please don't do that. I used to take medicines, right? And after coming, even in Ukraine, I think I used to take sometimes when the pain used to be very high. But after coming to Uzbekistan, I also realized that, that I can handle the pain. Also, another thing is, like, no matter how much pain that I had, I would like endure it. So slowly I started realizing that this is just a part of life, the pain. And back at home, I used to get to, rest and, be like a princess. But here I can't. I mean, I have an exam and I have like my second day cramps. I need to just gather myself up and go for it. There is no like saying like, mommy, it's hurting, dad, it's hurting. I mean, I can always call them and tell them, but it's just going to make them feel sad, like up. And then one day it just clicked, that oh my god, like at home I used to be so much, like princess, and I want this. My sister used to bring water for me and I used to do the same for her. And now it's like my stomach is hurting, but no, I have to get up, I need to cook, I need to study. If I have an exam, I need to go to class, no matter what, because I'll be marked absent and I need to again go for reworks. So those little things made me realize how important it is, to value the things that you have before. I mean, like, such simple things you can see, like, as an example. But still, I think, like, when you are in that moment, just live that moment and also value the people who are around you, who help you do things. Because when you start adulting, you also realize that that's not going to be the same anymore. And of course, adulting and growing in life is also a really good and a big thing. You will learn a lot about yourself. All those people who are like going, from plus 2 to college, that transition, that is really important. And I know everyone is scared, but that's the step that we have to take. Our parents also have taken, and we also need to. And especially after the war, I learned a lot about myself, about, how much strength that I have got after the war, like how to tackle situations, how to handle a panic situation. So it's been a great, great journey. And I would recommend that if you also are facing all of these transitions and growth and adulting, it's really good. And I just want to say that you're not alone. Thing I want to, like, highlight is God and faith. That is so important in life. Like, people might think like, oh my god, I've heard people saying this, like, you all went through a war and you all are still, striving and, giving your best to become a doctor and stuff like that. But I feel like if it was just me, I wouldn't be able to do so. But I feel like becoming stronger in faith and knowing that God has your back, and He's gonna not just solve your problems, but he will just walk with you through all the problems that you have to face. I think that's more important. I don't want a person who will solve my problems and in life as well, right? I don't want a person who will just come and solve my problem and tada, my life is so beautiful, it's happy, it's fun. That's not something that I want. I want a person who will come in my life and who will, walk with me through the problems, because obstacles and problems make you the person you are. It will teach you a lot of things about yourself. It will help you grow, like I said. So for me in my life, that person and that position is of God, because he I know that no matter what in life I go through, whether I have people in my life or whether I have friends or not, but I know one thing for sure, that God will always be there with me, because He created me and He's always there with me, walking not only in the highest points of my lives, but He will always be there even in my lowest. Like, not only walk with me through the mountains and through the high points of my life, but He will also be walking with me in the valleys. If any one of you are going through a very tough time and you think that you can't come out, always remember there's always light, at the end of the tunnel. So do not be afraid, do not fear, because fear, I feel, is one of the biggest enemies. Even if the tunnel is very dark, remember that God who created you is always by your side, walking with you no matter what. So with that, I feel like I got a lot of strength in my life. And I used to overthink a lot, and I've talked about this before as well. And I used to think a lot about life. I had a lot going on in my head, like about scheduling things, planning to do. My to-do list used to be so long and stuff like that. But now I know that even if I plan things and it doesn't go that way, I know that God has planned everything for me ahead, of time. And He's always walking 10 times, ahead of me, and already knows what's going to be there. So I always, like, when I'm praying, I always say that, this is the plan for today, God. So if you want any changes, and if it doesn't tally with what you've planned for me, it is always going to be your plan above mine. And that's what helps me a lot. So that's a recommendation I would like to give you guys, like, always put God first, and rest everything else will fall into place. And don't just think I'm just saying this for the sake of saying it for the video, but I really believe, and I really, it's one of the biggest lessons I've learned in 2024. So always, put God first, and rest everything else will follow. The next thing I want to talk about is people. People matter a lot. Like, the people who are there in your life, they matter a lot. Like, God is always there, but you also need like a support system, right? So when we went through the war and everything, that time also I had good friends and good people, my family, my mom and dad, my sister, who were always there to help me, like, always encouraging me. And always surround yourself with people who have a lot of positivity in them, who, like, encourage you and not pull you down, because that is really important. The people who support you and who always encourage you, because of their attitude, you will also start turning. Even if you are thinking negative and you are having pessimistic thoughts, you will also start diverting towards optimistic thinking. I am really grateful for having such a lovely couple as my parents, my mom and dad. I mean, like, they've been my support throughout, like, school life, all the problems in school, small problems, but that time it was very big for me. So, and my dad, he's always been like a rock, and my mom as well, like, throughout all my activities. Like, I could do so much in school and participate in so many stuffs. It was, I think, because of my mom only. And a lot of people have told me, even teachers, that it's because of your mom. Like, looking at your mom, we are amazed. It feels like she's again, herself reliving all the school years. So yeah, that's really good. So if you're watching this, mommy and papa, I love you. And even Karma. So the next topic that I want to talk about is balance. um I would say, like I've already mentioned, that give all your plans and all your targets and goal, everything to God. And it's not just like give it to God and you just relax and you're using Instagram and just chilling around. That's not what I meant. You have to, like, pray about it, give your plans to God, but also work it out, like faith with action. You need to act towards it as well. You can't just sit down and say, okay, I've already asked God, he's going to do it for me. That's not what I'm trying to say. So I feel like 2024 I learned a lot about balancing as well, because like I said, life was back to normal. I started my third year and we were having back to back classes. One thing is really good is the practical. So we were having back to back practical classes, which was so good. As time passed by, then January came in and then it was a new year. Like this I'm talking about from, like, the transition from 2023 December to 2024 Jan. So as soon as Jan began, we were like, okay, now the exams are gonna start. So we were preparing for it, and suddenly, like, I was giving, I think, my path physiology exam. We are the owner and the one who helped us get an apartment, not this one, the older one. They come and tell us that we have to leave the apartment like in 2 days. So we didn't have time to pack. We had so less time to search for a new flat, like meet the owner, talk about everything, check out the flat, and like we had to transfer everything within 2 days and also do a new registration. So it was so hectic, and we are about to give the one of the toughest exams that we had that year. And we were like, okay, what are we supposed to do? But we were like, let's not panic. Maybe it's God's plan. So when I talked about having people around you who like support you and have the same mindset and thinking, I really meant it, because like Iram and Benji, they have been with me like for a long time, like from the time I started my journey in Ukraine. So we think alike, and we, the three of us, we are like pretty strong in our faith. So we are like, okay, it's okay, I think God planned this, so we'll just work it out, and he's going to work it out for us. So we just went in the hall and we gave our exam. We came out, we got a broker's. Luckily, we, like, immediately when we came out, we found one senior. He gave us the broker's number. We contacted him, and the very next day we went to check out a flat, which was this flat. And like the first site itself, we were like, okay, we are gonna get this, because we wanted separate rooms, right? 3 separate rooms. And this was the flat that gave us that, like, not a sitting room, not a hallway for the third person, but proper 3 rooms. So like a 3 BHK. So, and the pricing was good. We have a landlady, so she's also really good. So everything was a win-win. So like I said, if you trust in God's plan, it is going to happen, right? It's going to turn out for your good only. So yeah, we shifted. So that was the a little bit of thing in the starting of the year 2024 itself. And after that, we had back-to-back exams again. Then we had a holiday, and then we started on with the next sem, like third year, sixth semester. So that went on really well. We learned a lot again, and I was trying to balance my life with studies. I just didn't want to, like, focus on studies, but I always have been doing extracurricular activities, so I always wanted to continue it. So opportunities came in, like to play basketball. I also got an opportunity to dance in the spring festival, which was like a new experience for me, like after a whole year, I think a year and a half, I think, yeah, that I was dancing. I was back on stage and I was feeling nervous for the first time, and that went really well. I had done research earlier, like I had taken some classes for that. And then again an opportunity came, like I got an email from them, like, if you want to be a research commitment mentor, you can apply for it. So I did apply. Then we had interviews, and then after that we got, like, some of us, we got selected. So it was like a paid part-time job. So for that entire, I think, 3 months, we were supposed to be like a commitment mentor to all the other students who had joined in the program. With them, we all, like, we managed to publish 2 papers. And if you guys want to read the research papers, I will give a link to that as well. And along with that research bootcamp thing, I was also managing my exams for the 6th semester, and I was also managing the time difference, because I had to go with a time that was okay with the students all over the world. I had students from Peru, students from US, students from India, so we had to manage the time. So if you ask my friends, and I can link a video right here where I'm doing, my preparation for exam, as well as I'm, preparing for the research boot camp as well. So it's right out here. So that was a very tough, month, I would say 2 3 months. And um, but I learned a lot. Now when I look back at it, I feel like, how did I do that? Like sometimes I used to be up at 3 a.m. to do the meeting in the Zoom. So yeah, that's it. At the end of the day, like I said, whenever I'm in a panic mode, or I think I have too many things in my basket, I always like just close my eyes and I just say like, God, I'm giving everything to you, and whatever has come as an opportunity in my life, it has been sent by you, right? So I know that you are in control and you will be guiding me through it all. So I feel confident after that, and I just do what I have to do. But I just don't stay there idle and think like, okay, God is gonna do everything for me. That's not how it works. You have to act as well. So yeah, prayer and action, it goes hand in hand. You can't just pray about it, and like you can't blame God, like, God, you didn't do this for me, I asked this and you didn't give me this. That is not the way things work. You need to work for it, and you need to pray as well. But sometimes you don't get the things that you pray for, because God has planned bigger things, bigger than that. Because I never prayed like, okay, God, can you please make a change in my life, and I want to shift universities and this and that. I never planned that. I thought I would be graduating from the National Medical University, but that didn't happen. But that doesn't mean God is bad, and like, God made the war happen, and there's no God because the war happened and we had to shift and everything like that. That's not the way we think, right? And I know some of you might, comment saying that, oh, that's such a easy way to say, but I just want to say that I went through it all, and I know that we went through a lot of things, and there was a point where we felt like, okay, I think we have to, switch career and go to a different stream, or choose a different stream. Like my dad and I, we had a talk about it as well. But I never, blamed God, like, God, you did this. So you can't just go and be angry with God, because at the end of the day, He has everything planned out. And balance comes along with, a good plan and a good strategy. So you can always plan out your things. You can make a to-do list. You can make a monthly schedule for yourself. There are lots of good planners. Plan your day, you can plan your week, and then you can plan your month, as well as a year. So that way you know what is going on. And for some people, planners don't work. Like my sister Karma, she can't work with planners. But just make sure that you balance things well, so that later on you don't burn out. Burning out is a very common thing, especially in this line of medicine. Like people burn out, they don't know it, but then they burn out themselves to such an extent that after a certain point they can't function, their brain doesn't function, and they start hating this particular profession. So I would like to suggest, like in any profession, like whether you're studying fashion designing, whether you're studying engineering, medicine, any other profession, just make sure that you rest as well, because rest is very important, right? And I feel like Sundays are made for us to rest. So always rest. And rest doesn't mean like scrolling through Instagram and watching Netflix and stuff like that on your bed. Rest means like to give your eyes, your body, your brain like a good rest, so that you can reset it for the next coming week. So when you do that, it really helps your body as well, and you don't burn out. Along with your studies, also, side by side, like parallel to it, you can do something that you love, like a hobby. Find a good hobby that you want to do, like drawing, whether it can be painting, whether it can be editing videos, YouTube, like I do, and play a sport, football, basketball, badminton. You can dance, sing, learn to play an instrument. And even I am learning to play guitar now. I don't know how much progress I will make in that. I will update you about that as well. But yeah, just get a hobby for yourself and you do that, and then balance it with your studies. One of the most important thing I feel is like to stay fit and work out, and go to the gym, or stay at home and buy a mat and then just work out at home as well. Or you can go to the gym and you can do weight training, any sort of workout for your body is really, really good, because it really helps you release hormones and adrenaline, and that's really good for your body and for your brain as well. And after that, you can just go home, take a relaxing shower, and then sit back to study. So I think these are the few things that I do myself, like going to gym, I journal, and also don't forget, like, pray in the morning, at night, about your day, share your things, just like you share it with your best friend or your closest friend. Share the things that you did during the day with God. I think that's the most important thing. I've seen people, like, only during the difficult times they remember God, but when that difficult phase has passed, they forget him. Like, when the happy times are there, they just enjoy, just dance around, drink and everything, but then they forget God. So let that not happen to you. Just in your good times, bad times, always talk to God, and that also really helps me a lot. Though it is hard, but I still feel that we can take one step at a time to reach there, and yeah, we will get there. So I know you guys must be, like, bored and thinking, why is she talking so much? But just bear with me for a few more minutes. I am almost done with all the points that I wanted to share with you guys. And if you made it so far, please comment down in the comment section with a yellow heart emoji, so that I know that you are a true one and you stayed till this, till the end of this video. Let's get on with the next thing that I want to talk about. It's similar to the previous one, and that is life will never go as planned. I've been practicing this thing in my life, is that I can't, stress and worry about the things that I can't control. Like, very simple example I'll give you guys is that, okay, I can control the fact that I have to wake up in the morning, so that I can, get ready, take a bath, and then go to the grocery store to get the groceries, because I'm running out of groceries, right? I can control that, because I can wake up in the morning, set an alarm for it. I, take a bath, and then I go to Korzinka, that's the grocery store here, and then I, like, buy the groceries. But if I don't get, for instance, I want to make sunny side eggs, which is my favorite, but I don't get, like, trays of eggs there. So I can't stress about the fact that there is no egg. I can't be, like, calling Bhargav and I'm saying, like, there is no egg. I could have woken up earlier so that I could have gotten the egg tray and stuff like that. I can't, right? It's just not there. So I can just buy a bread. I can buy peanut butter or jam and just, eat it with bread and tea. So that's what I can do. So those are the things that I can control. But I can't control the fact that the egg tray is not there and just, cry about it and be upset about it. So it's, at the end, the things that you can control, just do those things. And things that you can't control, don't stress over it, because I feel most of the time people, are depressed and stressed and they cry about things, are the things that, you can't control it, but they don't realize it. So I just wanted to share that small piece of, thing that I'm following, and I hope it helps you guys as well. Sometimes, people who love you the most, who mean the most to you, and who are always there for you, those are the people whom you take for granted. And you'll just be like, the thinking that goes in is like, she's always there, or he's always there, oh, mom is always going to be there. So you just neglect those people, and you give other people so much importance, who just come into your life for a short role to play, or a small character, just for a few weeks, months, days, whatever. And you forget about the people who are there, like your main characters. You are not just the main character. I just want to say that out loud, that in your life you are not the main character. There is God, main character, then you are there. And I feel like all the people who care about you, who are always there for you, supporting you, are like a backbone to you. They are also the main characters, so don't forget them. I just want to say that, because at the end of the day, the small characters, they just go from the movie, and that is your life, of course. So they just go, and they have other things to do in life, and they have other priorities. But what about the main characters? They are the ones who will be with you during those times as well. There are so many people who will come into your life when you are at your highest. Like, there'll be people who will be supporting you, praising you when you do good things. But when you are going through a bad time, like a rough road, you hit the rough bumper or something like that, then you will see those people the same people talking, you know, bad about you or things like that, which should not affect you, because they are not the main characters, right? You, your parents, your friends, your close friends who always are there to, you know, give you that support, and you are also doing the same for them. It's a vice versa thing, right? Those are the people that should matter the most, I feel. But apart from that also, the most important relationship that you should have, I feel, is with God. And the last thing is, you don't just grow, but you grow together. It's very important, like rather than just you yourself just growing, you know, I feel it's better to just grow together as a, you know, group or in a fellowship. I feel that's much more important, and that is more impactful, I feel, because now the world has become about, you know, self-care and me first, and me, I am the main character. But I feel, like I said, in your life, I feel there are many main characters, not just you, and treating them the same way that you want to be treated is also very important. So with all these lessons and these 5 topics that I've summed up into, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you guys want to see next in my other videos. And also, like I said, don't forget to, you know, comment with a yellow heart so that I know that you've made it till the end. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, stay blessed. Bye. Toodles.